Another tips and tricks for Age of Civilizations 2. Now, if you have already seen I highly advise you to go and look at my first Age of Civilizations 2 to get a little look at what I was giving there for tips, so you can see what there is still else to do in this kind of environment. What you can still do better otherwise. So if you can look at my game right now, you can see that Mantua, I started as one province, Mantua, and right now I'm conquering half of Italy, and I'm only using some very simple steps and tricks to do so. First of all, have a look. This is not necessarily a very big game tip, but look, if you go on your own country, then click on diplomacy, and you can look if you have form nations decisions, which is quite fun. I'll try to form Italy with this funny little Mantua. Secondly, I've seen a lot of channels suggesting that or people in comments suggesting that you should go for economics, or you should try to put this stuff up here. To be honest, that should really research to make sense. To be honest, I think the best way of playing this game is being an absolute warmonger. So you'd always try to declare wars, and building up your nation is the second priority, because you could just basically conquer the whole world. If you want to play it economically or have a challenge, then sure, be my guest, but if you want to grow as fast as possible, being a warmonger is the only fastest way. And once again, what always makes sense in Age of Civilizations 2 is try to save up your money. So right now we have 5k, and before you go towards any big nations, have at least a decent amount of money ready. So it's depending on your size. If you're one province nation, you can have like 5k or so. If you're a little country like I am and already getting 2,000 per turn, then I'd say about 10k or maybe even 20k is a good amount of money that you should have in your treasury. The next thing which I have to say is that the government type matters. So if you go again on diplomacy, you can see change type of government. Now that's quite important. It's not just for fun. You can say, oh, I like to be democratic, oh, I like to be fascist. No, it is quite important for a lot of reasons. So for example, if you're a fascist, you get a lot more taxation, and you get a bit higher good demands, but you also get a bit higher investment demands. So, but everything else is quite good. And the cost of moving also changes. In comparison, the democracy has similar cost of movement and similar recruitment, but they have a little bit less taxation, more investment, income goes a little down. Communism, for example, gets a good boost on cost of recruitment. You can easily recruit, have more taxation. Or a city-state, for example, gets a very good defensive bonus, and you have a little military upkeep, but on the other hand, you have a lot of administration cost. So, for example, I'll not just choose, if I could, I would choose fascism, but I think I don't have enough. Oh, and it also costs money, actually. So I don't have enough money right now, but I will. Let me quickly do some turns so I can then get this done. Yeah, okay, now I should have enough money. Let's look if I can change my government type now. Can I become a fascist? Yes. Fascist Mantua. I think that even just changed my color. Next thing is the technology points are pretty important. Look now, first of all, you can still put tax a little up now. You can reduce the goods a little for what I had before, and the investment. So overall, fascism is quite a good choice, or also communism seems quite decent. Next thing is the technology point. I usually like to put them like this. I like to have a high income production. But also these two, actually the first four match quite a bit. Actually the first five are very good. The other ones, military upkeep is only useful when you're in long wars, and research is only useful if you're quite weak in the beginning and you want to research a bit fast, but it's not that big. Now the next thing which is very important is assimilation. I don't know if you do this enough or if you just ignore it, because if you don't assimilate enough, you will get civil wars. So you'll see here, I've got assimilation problems because from a one province nation expanded so much, I have a lot of places which have to assimilate and make to a similar culture, which will be a bit cost expensive and also time expensive, but you have to do it, otherwise you'll just get civil wars after civil wars. Now the next tip, which I think already might have said in the last video, but it's very important, is look at the map. Right now, a lot of the map is red for me, which is not good. So Austria I can't improve relations right now. Let's look which nations I can improve relations with. The Papal States. Yes, let's improve relations so that they don't declare war on me. Switzerland, improve relations so they don't declare war on me. Small nations don't really matter. For example, Genoa, anyway, I want to take out. So I don't really care too much if they don't like me, since, yeah. And Venice also will be my puppet for not too long. Just pay attention, not that some kind of mega nation comes and whoops you out of nowhere. But even then, there is a solution. So if you've been in my position right now, I am economically quite weak because I'm trying to assimilate a lot. And let's say Austria together with Hungary declare war on me as their mega alliance, which isn't happening right now. But let's just say it would. And usually you face extinction. But what you can do is just, for example, go on Bohemia, who's a very strong nation up there, trade request, declare war, Austria, and you can mostly actually just give the minimum amount of gold, so you give 100 gold and they will accept. Yep, look, for 100 gold I just made 2 mega nations go to war. Same with a lot of nations, so if, for example, France is problematic for you, you just go trade request, declare war, England, and they'll do it. Just have a look. Look, the 2 biggest nations around next to me. And they go to war for 100 gold. Isn't that insane? 100 gold is nothing. Look, I made England go to war with France and Bohemia with Austria for the cost of 100 gold. And this mechanic can be abused to this unbelievable proportion. So for example, when I make Austria fight Bohemia, what I could do is make them fight Hungary, and then in the last second go and sneak in, take their territory here. Which for Italy, do I need this right now? For Italy, I don't need any Austrian territory, so I don't have any interest right now in doing that. But for example, Switzerland, or let's say the Papal States and Naples are holding my territory, which I need. So what do? I go and trade request, declare war, Naples, yeah, let's go. And at the same time make Naples go to war with, let's say, who is the strongest around here? Serbia? No, suppose. Okay, let's say it's Aragon. So you say, and this can be abused to very funny things. So if you want to see like one nation rise like very much, you can just start pumping their enemies with other enemies, pumping them up. So I now would like to take Genoa. What do I do? For Genoa I already could take myself, but what I just can do is ask, for example, Savoy. Oh, there's wars. Papal States, interesting. Papal States. Let's just focus on the Papal States first. Let's look how this goes now. Does Naples kill them both? Oh, probably won't kill Aragon. Now we just wait some turns till they damage each other very much. I say okay, a little more gold. And what do you do in the end? You sweep in and you kill both, or at least one of the partners. So I now can just easily raise my armies, recruit, prepare some nice little units, the papal borders, and take out the Pope. Look how the Pope is going. What's going on with the Pope? Pope on steroids. Look how they're both giving each other problems, and then I just go and declare war on the Pope. What happens? I can take everybody else. Let's look if I don't. Pope's usually a bit of an issue that everybody else is declaring war on me. Doesn't really look like it right now. And obviously the Pope, since he's fighting with Sicily, a very big neighbor of his, is not prepared for my invasion at all. So I could easily just wreck him. One of the easiest ways to fight wars. That's why I grew from one province to a major country. This mechanic should be abused a lot if you want to grow in this game. Oh, Pope actually had some units there. Oh my god. Well, it seems you will have to fight a little bit, but nothing major. Like this, very soon I'll already have taken out the Pope. Except he still try to go on my nerves the whole time. Stop the Pope. Pope, I can take out his full territories right now. A lot of people dislike me because I'm attacking the Pope. So now in this turn the Pope should die. With Papal States, not the Pope himself. Yep. Easy win. It barely cost me anything, otherwise it would have been a very feared competitor for me. And that was an easy win, easy clap. But then I can't take all of the land, sadly. How should I do this? It looks nice. Well, let's do it like this, doesn't matter. We can take out the Pope later. We still keep him in Rome. Now we're going to try to declare war on Naples. Since Naples still holds these lands and I want to take them for myself. So like this, I'll kill off the Pope and I'll kill off Naples all in one go. Expand my territory a lot, and then after the war you can start assimilating. I'll have to assimilate a lot. You're going to start assimilating when you already know you have the war in the back and you can deal with it. So look now, we only have 100% of Naples. Take that out some of this territory. We have to take all of Naples. Perfect. Perfect. And then rinse and repeat. So I guess I've already grown to almost all of Italy, let's say half of Italy, with all the islands from just one single province. And this can also be applied if you are in a war and notice you're losing. So if I'd be fighting in Bohemia right now and I notice I'm losing, I just don't have the means, just ask somebody. Don't wait for a turn, don't build units, ask for somebody else to join, and eventually you will at least survive. I hope these were some useful tips to you. Wish you a nice day. Go and look at the first video as I said. Have a nice and bye!